Hello, America. Welcome to another presentation of Under the Macroscope. Today, I want us to take a look at a fight for our rights. In other words, the right to. The right to. There have been numerous discussions on what people have the right to do. Court battles have been and still are being fought over people's rights. We need to understand that there's a vast difference between human rights and personal rights. I believe that we have somehow gotten somewhat confused due to our own personal philosophies and ideas about what is right and what is wrong. Human rights are simply those things that are entitlements. We're entitled to just because we are a part of humanity. The right to equal protection under the law, the right to an education, the right to the pursuit of happiness, the right to adequate medical care, the right to live wherever I desire, the right to vote, etc. In America, we refer to these rights as inalienable rights. Personal rights, however, must be viewed differently. My choice of food, clothing, and other purchases, sexual behaviors, religious preferences are totally up to me, no matter what other people choose to do. I have the right to do whatever I want to do. I have the right to do as I please, as long as I don't try to impose my personal choices on other people. We need to understand that our human rights are protected by man's laws. Our personal rights, as most people fail to understand, are within the confines of God's law. Yes, you heard me, God's law. God has placed certain restrictions on what we can and cannot do if we want to please Him. That's right, please Him. He is our creator. He is our Father. He is our provider and sustainer. No matter what man's government allows, the word of God teaches us that all things that may be lawful are not necessarily expedient. That is to say, there are some things that our Constitution allows that God's law strictly forbids, and there is a long list of don'ts. It all comes down to whether we want to please God or simply ignore His commands and do as we please. And as the word teaches, when we decide to do as we please and ignore God, He will give us over to a reprobate mind. That is to say, whatever we think that we're big, bad, and bold enough to do, God will allow us to do. Which brings me to my most important point. God has already given us the personal right to do whatever we want to do, even if we choose to do wrong. That's right, even if we choose to do wrong. We don't have to go to court to fight for personal choices, as long as we don't try to force our personal choices upon others. If you don't believe me, please read the word of God as is recorded in Deuteronomy chapter 30, verses 14 through 20, where God lists those things that are important for us to do if we want to maintain a right relationship with Him. And He tells us, I've put before you blessing and cursing. You choose. That's right. The choice is ours to make. Now, just what is God saying? He's saying, I have told you what you must do if you want to enjoy a right relationship with me. I will leave the decision to you. If you want to do what is right and pleasing in my sight, you will be blessed. If you want to do what is wrong, you will be cursed. He's putting everything in front of us, but he's giving us the right to choose which direction we want to take. It really is just that simple. So it really isn't a matter of whether we agree or disagree with each other's rights. It's a matter of whether God accepts or rejects us because of the decisions that we make. Again, he leaves the decision to us. If you don't believe in God, that's your right. He is not forcing any of us to do what he has told us to do in his commandments. Jesus said, whosoever will, let him come. That means that he's not twisting anyone's arm to make us do the right thing. Now, if you choose to do something on a personal basis that I do not agree with, I will defend to the death your right to do it. I will also defend to the death my right to not being victimized by you simply because I disagree with your personal choices. Just another Mackian observation. Thanks for listening. Let me hear from you. Go to our website, MackianObservations.com, and read our mission statement. You will also go to our excerpts page if you choose to, and read previous notes, as well as make a donation of your choosing. Thank you for your support. Follow me on Facebook at Under the Macroscope. See you next time. And remember, under the macroscope, we take a closer look.